The IMF has added China to their basket of reserve currency and given their currency reserve currency status. Now, there are the British pound, the euro, the Japanese yen, and the US dollar. That's what's in that basket. Now, China is in that basket. This is purely, I'm kind of making an assumption here, but I don't really believe it's an assumption. I think it's a pretty good certainty that what Christine Lagarde did at the IMF by bringing China in as a reserve currency was 100% a political move. This was nothing more than some sort of political stance to take to try to bolster or boost up or give China a hand up in their economy. So the IMF has this symbolic basket of currencies to allow special drawing rights. This was done in the 1960s to support primarily through loans, primarily gold and the US dollar, okay? Remember, we were on a reserve currency of gold back then. Since that has gone away, this whole special drawings rights, this idea of lending, has gone away primarily due to the availability of credit through so many international financial institutions. Nobody needs an IMF, an International Monetary Fund, that is going to step in to do some lending during shortages of a reserve currency like gold. In the US, it's unnecessary. It's very symbolic. Nobody's really using this a whole lot, but China now has that status. It does not meet the qualifications to meet this status. The idea that this is going to open up a door for U.S. currency to be out on the street is ludicrous. And they don't deserve this status because part of the regulations and rules of the IMF is that there is a free flowing of the currency. There would not be any manipulation of the currency. And the idea that the China yuan is free flowing is ridiculous. There are countries, more than half of the countries, so maybe 100, 120 countries that have no access to the Chinese currency or to the credit markets of the communist regime. Should not have been allowed in. It's purely political on Christine Lagarde's viewpoint. And I think it undermines the credibility of the IMF and this whole basket of symbolic reserve currency anyway.